players on A right now for Renegades, so numbers are in their favor, but the trades are also working wonders. Dick Stacy getting one, and Sickle on site can't stop Frozen. That can allow the bomb plant now. Mousesports with a chance. Carrigan's cutting off this mid-rotation, and he's got Dexter out of Banana. That's all the utility gone here for Renegades, and Dick Stacy stuck between two, has to try and force a fight.
I'm talking about them right now, and that's because it is one of these force buys. With that said, they've had a terrifying conversion rate with these. Mousesports have got every single pistol, but I feel like about only 50% of the time getting away with this this anti-eco in the second.
Yeah, we've had eco wins on both sides of things, really. Mousesports getting some crucial ones back on Nuke, but right now they're down a man and make that two. Sicko with a scout on the site is putting up damage, and Dexter's going to get one. Rop's now alone, but he's so low. Missed scout shot. Nice bait peek from Rops, but he doesn't know there's a third man here. Dick Stacy buying time, and Inz's coming
supportive
round.
mold. Can they be there to set up the old guns like Chris J, who we know can still deliver massive performances in the server? And that's where I'm not too convinced. A lot of these rounds for Mousesports, even back on train where they fared a lot better, have felt a lot more like individuals getting openers and playing as individuals as opposed to a very cohesive unit, right? You think back to Nuke, there were so many flawless rounds against Mousesports, and that's terrifying because that just means you're not getting these trades, you're not having players playing off of one another and dealing with your opposition when the kills come in. In this round, it's only Rops left. He's got this Deagle, and he'll get put
wouldn't
down.
have had a lot behind it. Now Molotovs can be used to deny this eco push, and going around the corner will send Mousesports back. Allows Renegades to even flash back in and take control, but the grenade is great as it finds a kill. Another molly sections Carrigan off from his team and pushes him into the fight, into the firing line. Not working out too well for him. And one by one, these pistols are going to get made quick work of. Ooh, Woxic. Somehow dodging those bullets, I do not know. Ooh, there was a chance there, but In spots it with a jump, and he's going to clean up the round.
With a fast mid play, now throwing in from Renegades. Oh no, Mousesports just aren't ready for it. Welcome to Dexter's laboratory, and he's tearing them apart. This little experiment that Renegades throw in yields some fantastic results, and now 2-on-4 in the opening 30 seconds of the round. Mousesports are left scratching their heads. That change of pace blindsides them. And they were already coming into this round with next to no utility. Well, now there's none, right? Those players die before they even get to throw any. It's just Rops on his own, a smoke in hand, the bomb under Renegade's control. He does get rid of Sicko. A very odd round. You will not see many rounds of CS play out like this, right? The bomb is down at the bottom banana. There's a player near T-spawn for Renegades. Malta's having an identity crisis. And Rops, 1-on-3, it's not terribly, like, his position right now is horrible. He doesn't know where these three remaining players are. All he knows is that they have numbers on the bomb, but he doesn't know how many, he doesn't know where, and so he's having to be so cautious about a potential player coming in late from A, you know, maybe rotating around, maybe someone who was just holding down in the pit in case this all goes wrong. And it's not until he gets that information that there's three players here. Now he knows where two are, and a nice shot. But this is nothing you can rely on if you're Mousesports, right? This is going to rely on you having a few players, a couple of individuals having these big moments, or Renegades to make a mistake. And they have not shown a tendency of making too many mistakes in this matchup thus far.
Yeah, they've even got Banana hit. That can afford for an early rotate if they want. They might need it. Mousesports speeding up the pace out through middle with the Molotov down, and Dexter plays around it again. He gets two before the trade is in, but two trades have been found, and Mousesports might be able to get a bomb planted. If they do, there are kits for Renegades, but it's still going to be a difficult retake. Orp in the hand of Sicko. He finds a shot to Carrigan. Won't be the killing blow,
if
though.
they can keep on pulling these out, but we need to see some more rifle rounds now on the back of it. We've got a chance for that here. They'll set up over towards this B site. Dick Stacy goes aggressive, flashed in by his teammate back in B. Mousesports, they'll get the 4-on-4. They feel happy with getting that trade, but I doubt we're going to see the immediate B commitment, right? If you've had a player go through that smoke, not only has he got information, you're going to be deducing, okay, if they've pushed the smoke, the odds are there's a second man here at the B bomb site. They're not just going to throw away one of these two B players. So Mousesports, they read this well. They head back towards A, and that will be the perfect situation to find themselves in. Just Sicko and Malta here.
Oh, Dexter began a rotation, but he doesn't commit with it, and that could have been so well timed for Renegades. There's now only two players sit here. Sicko needs to let them up, but Malta will stop them up from the balcony. There's still a player in the apartments, but Rops is coming out into the boiler. It's been mollied. It's going to slow Mousesports down on this attack, and that's bought time for a third rotation to come through. Dexter eventually here, but oh dear, Mousesports going to go back towards B. They've got a player behind CT spawn. Dexter going to check for it, and Frozen's gone down. Now they can't commit to a split. They've just got to walk up short, and Rops is looking for this kill in the pit, but not giving anything up is Malta. I like the patience. More Molotovs landing in their base, and Mousesports have got to commit through this, through the smoke, through the fire, and into the firing line. Sicko with another shot off that orb, and it's just Woxic left up. He'll get smoke spam. Molotov and slowing down Mousesports, but this round they're not slowing down.
Yeah, once again, the pistols are back in and in full effect. This time, though, Dick Stacy and Inns, they've got this crossfire solidified. They've got it set up, and it's only Woxic, but oh, he's got the double. He's secured Banana. He's secured B, and now this bomb can look to go down. That's at least some money made for Mouse, but actually, he's going to first wrap the ruins. Look and see if he can catch a man crossing from the CT position. Renegades, they're split up. Malta and Sicko having to approach this from different sides of the map. This gives Woxic a timing where he's going to have two 1v1s if he can find them, if he can deduce where these players reside. Smoking off Banana, planting open. He's got to watch out. He can't afford to cross at this site now, not with a player in CT. Instead, he's going to have to post himself up in the ruins. That's going to get smoked off. So now he knows one of these players is over in CT. Here's the flashbang on Banana. Woxic, he's been given a couple of breadcrumbs to follow. He knows where this trail leads. He knows where these players are. He's looking for this fight onto Sicko. Molly out, but he almost gets caught just about getting away. Oh, spraying down, and Woxic now into the 1v1. Molly on his position. Sicko's going to tap the bomb, and Sicko hits the shot. Is there enough time, though? It's so close, and no, there's not. Renegades don't get the
only going to have two players here, so Mousesports might just be able to execute into a 5-on-2.
And an important thing to note, this is one of the first rounds in a little bit where we haven't seen Renegades really try and push the envelope in terms of aggression. Now, they have re-aggressed into top mid. They get the information that this side of the map is clear, and so these rotations are already beginning over towards this B bomb site. Dick Stacy is just trying to buy time, and he's going to hide himself back at dark, but Robs doesn't even need vision. Gets him through the smoke. Bomb plant can come in. It's a 3-on-3. Renegades on for the retake. Are they ready for Sicko? So damn close. He's gone through that defensive smoke. Will get traded once again. It's Rops hot on the trigger down towards Banana. And in the blink of an eye, Malta, the last man remaining.
Oh, well, we'll get back to this because it's a mid-rush really quickly. Renegades actually finding 2 for 2. That's a good trade, but unfortunately past that, it will be a quick round for
If you want to talk about Sonic and Co, Hugo, now's your time to do it. This is going to be the A commitment with the bomb and apartments. No control, no fail-safe. They've got to find these entries because this is the only option they've got. Sicko keeps it in favor of the Renegades, but the majority of these CTs were over at that B site, so bomb plant can come in. Renegades are definitely going to give this a go, however.
Yeah, without doubt. Man advantage, right? However, the lack of kit means they need to hurry up, and Woxic is cutting off an important point of rotation for the apartments. Dick Stacy jumping, and he'll just get wallbanged. Woxic going back, but Dex is already up further than his crosshair was prepared for. Into the site, ahead of the molly of Frozen, and it's just Chris left up. He just needs to buy time. They have no kit, like said, and he's found a second, third in the round. Sicko closing.
Once again, you know, they now, Mousesports being they, very much back in the driver's seat. Been a while since we've seen them feel this comfortable, and it's only going to get better there with that kill onto Dick Stacy. Malta walking into the crosshair of Chris, and Chris is cross. The Mac Daddy's over here, maybe even the Daddy Max at the B side of the map, and Frozen will get rid of Ins. It's only Sicko left standing, and that there.
Fast play up Banana for Mousesports. Dick Stacey getting caught. He has had a rough couple of rounds, getting tapped through the smoke and blown out through the wall in the previous. Robs is looking for a kill, and he's found Sicko caught out on short. There is a trade from Malta and Apps, but it's too little and too late. Renegades only have one man back on A, and Mousesports have read the situation well.
Yeah, they will group back up. Safety in numbers for Mousesports, and that could not be further from the truth. For the Renegade side, they go over towards long, and there's always the chance that you try and wrap B, but I really doubt it, right? With no one at Banana, yeah, they're not going to go for that. And Malta was just waiting back in CT, so he's not going to have a chance to play into this round. Renegades, they were setting up in a way so that if Mousesports either did try and wrap the CT side or
just two players here on B.
Ooh. Bit of a standoff over at long. Dexter still hanging around, still looking for these gunfights. But it's the opener found for Mousesports, actually. Trade is in, luckily enough, from Ins.
Ooh.
Rob's even almost catching that pixel angle up onto the balcony.
That's definitely a read. Malta's played this balcony position like 6 rounds in a row when Mousesports have gone for these A plays, and Rops has died to it twice as well, so he definitely knows that Malta's up there, but he's regressed and to his own death. Woxic getting that kill, but Sicko doubles up before Karrigan trades with the AWP. He's taken it. Low HP, Bogdan's Law coming into effect, and Ins is now alone. They don't know he's close. He can stop this bomb. He's dropped it out short, but he's gone flying into the site, and Rops
It's not uncommon to see him go aggressive or hold back on the balcony. In this round, he's gone deep, and he gets a lot of information, but is yet to really be rewarded from this aggression. That kill comes in, and this could put some pressure on Rops to make a move. Instead, Dexter comes to him, and now maybe even having the read that Malta's here. The Mag 7. Ooh, good range for it. He's getting pressured, but there we go. Malta's going to deal with Rops, and now for Mouse, they've got no choice but to hit this B bomb site. They've lost all their players over at A, so they've got to commit to B.
And they didn't even see the boost on the first time into this site either. Those Molotovs held them back too early, so Dick Stacey catches one for free. Frozen now alone, and not going to be able to close it. And Woxic, that is what you love to see. The P2K coming in clutch. Such a good pistol. So undervalued. Chris, though, pushing Banana, and Renegades are waiting for it. They had a double setup for this exact reason. Dexter getting that kill with the P250. We know what he can do with that in these pistol rounds. And Renegades, where do they go from here? Back up through middle. Mousesports with 2-2 per site. Robs actually might decide to rotate. He's going in through CT right now. That could be bad timing. Woxic is seeing nothing. And Renegades have made a perfect call of going through the apartments. That's a one-line of sight Mousesports don't have, and they know it. Triple B setup, that rotate is a long way away. Even though there's a kit there, Renegades are going to have so much time advantage over Mousesports in this pistol.
And Woxic, he's got to consider that they could be in the site, but I don't think he's aware of just how deep they are. This bomb plant is coming in for short, and Malta does best the hand over towards short. So now 3v4 retake for Mousesports. Anything but ideal, really. Karrigan. Oh, he is ready. I was going to say, oh my word, where's this come from? This was a 4-on-3. Dick Stacey trying to stand the test of time, and this Dick's not going anywhere. 3 kills.
Won in this best of 3 already across every single map, every single situation. They finally lose an opening pistol round, but the force is, well, let's see if they break down these walls. Renegades with a man advantage, looking to stand their test of time into B. No one here for Mousesports. Oh, sorry, no one on the A side for Mousesports as they begin to rotate. This is going to be a full stack over on B, and this could be perfect. The only issue is, do Mousesports use all their smokes? If they do, it might send Renegades back into that MTA site. So if anything, you don't want to see utility here from Mouse. Bait them in, tempt Renegades into the trap.
Oh, they wanted them to fall for it. They have Robs up on the boost, and he rains down death from above.
To be this deep, especially with Frozen jump spotting. They do not.
And they wanted to try and deal with him, or they knew they had him there, but then the re-smoke comes in towards the bottom of Banana, and so they just can't. They don't want to go through that into the MP5, as it very weakly puts some shots down range. Can't help it, of course. It just sounds like such a tired gun. Like it's just ready to go home from the minute you bring it out. Yes, I'm killing again, but Sicko gonna get one. The Deek's coming to life now as well, but the MP5 is still going. Ooh, damage done on the Deagle. Chris J said he was looking confident as he bought just the Deeg into this round here, and with good reason. Renegades, similar to on Train, it can get a bit awkward if they're not able to put a round up soon, because it can very, very quickly feel like you've not even got to play your T-side game. And that's the thing, like, I know the stats for Renegades on this map are very, very close, but it does edge ever so slightly toward the T side for this team. Now, when I say ever so slightly, I mean, I think it's like 51.7% or something like that. But that can make all the difference, right? This was a very, very close game at the end of that first half. And so that extra 1%, that extra one round here or there can make all the difference to Renegades. They're sat a man up in this round. That's on the back of Dick Stacy, and now they're going to group up. They move away from the B side of the map. Mousesports had just begun a rotation, but they've decided against it. Carrigan, he's got the read. He's come back to this A bomb site. Rops dealing with Malta over at short. Now they know he's in the boiler, though. And things heat up a little too quickly for poor old Rops. Dexter trying to get into the site, but Carrigan making quick work of this push, doubling down, and still not dealt with.
Yeah, Carrigan mega-minded them there with that fake rotation towards B. He was sticking to the wall to make as much noise as he could, only to sneak back right after. Woxic still in the apartments. He's wrapping back towards Boiler, though. Frozen's been smoked off in the meantime, so it's down to Woxic to really make this one happen. Kit being picked up as well. He swapped to the gun. M4 lets him get a little bit more off than just that single bullet that has to connect, do or die. Frozen waiting for his opportunity to strike, actually shooting his teammate, but he does follow up onto Sicko. More than worth its weight in gold. Now they know where Woxic is because of that team damage, and Frozen closing it out. You know, you don't have a coach, you don't have a man looking at it, but even so, man, you sometimes just taking a break to discuss what's going wrong is the solution for everything. Renegades right now, their solution is brute force towards his B bomb site. They beat Rops to the punch, but they haven't got a smoke down for the CT spawn. Picking one up and throwing it down, but the cross is in, and the bomb plant should be coming through.
Yeah, that nade and bit of spam has already been a good return, though, for Mousesports. They brought ins down to just 15 points of health. And Renegades very strapped for time to try and set these post-plant positions up. Sicko's going to go aggressive into the ruins. Falling into place behind him is Ins, holding from the coffins. Now, whether or not Mouse are ready for both players to be in ruins, we'll have to wait and see. And this AWP almost gets caught out, but Woxic, second time's a charm. Ins now alone, trying to deny the defuse. They hop on the bomb, and he'll get
everything here up against 14. Frozen getting mollied, and Carrigan burning down Dick Stacy. Damage spread across both teams, but Mousesports, with everyone still alive, come off better in that trade.
A heartbreaking way to give up a man advantage as well if you're Renegades, right? Just dying to the utility down on Banana. And that's where, you know, I love the decision as well to take only, you know, a few pistols into that round there. But this is where you get in your own head a bit. If this one slipped through your fingers, you're going to be left thinking, oh, well, what if we had, you know, just gone for those 2 buy rounds? We could have just thrown in what we can. We were able to get the B site. So you're really hoping that this round offers you something more than you were able to get with just those pistols. That is how you start to get in your own head a bit. And now already being a man down, they're hoping that this B bomb site once again can be the weak point, can be where they find their success. Only this time Mousesports have got 3 players in this position. Chris J's arrived on rotation, so they're walking in to the more stacked of the 2, and Carrigan Ins just walks into the crosshair there and goes down. Sicko's been farmed up, and Woxic dropping.
Rops fighting second mid. The confidence is in for Mousesports, but maybe not just. Rops is going to get wall banged out. Chris trading for 1. Frozen stuck on a Molotov, and he's blind as well. He's going to go down, but still Mousesports finding trades out of nowhere. Carrigan picking up a kill into a 3-on-2 with a bomb dropped in second mid. Woxic backs off only to reaggress. He realizes he has that package under his control. He may as well make it difficult for Renegades to get it back. 3-on-2, and Malta only just moving in from these T-apps to find that bomb. Voxic getting mollied out. Gonna just bail, realizes that at the end of the day, even if this bomb is gifted back to Renegades, where can they even go? Carrigan's pushed all the way down the bottom of Banana, and he has cut off this point of rotation towards B. Renegades, they have to go towards A here, and they don't even know that.
I love this from Carrigan as well. I imagine he's just going to hold the position over towards CT, where he can watch for this rotation back and still hold Banana. And this is perfect. This, in and of itself, should seal the fate of Mousesports here.
Dear.
Woxic gets rid of Ins, and now Malta, whack-a-mole, whack-a-Malta.